We left off finishing development for the About page. We got our Instagram feed coming in nicely. It's kind of low resolution photos, which I'm not happy about, but I can't really control some of it. Needless to say, it's working though. The next step would be to move on to our services page, and behind the scenes I've actually done some work on a simple design for it, and I'll show you it here. So we're just basically doing another title, introductory paragraph, a columned approach to services with some icons just for some more visuals, and then just a more in-your-face call to action to contact Alyssa. By default, Kirby doesn't have any type of form submission kind of thing going on. You can do it with basic PHP, but there's a lot of security things going on there, so I might just use a third-party form builder, maybe like Wufoo or something, but we'll see what I end up doing in probably a future video. I don't have that really finalized yet, but needless to say, behind the scenes I went ahead and sliced these images out, so you see some slices I have here. So we have that ready to go. I will be probably doing these images and these containers as background images, so they'll be in our site project, and this photo itself will be one Alyssa can update as time goes on, I think. So that one I'm going to make a field in Kirby. So let's go ahead and get started on that page. I don't know why I hid that. There we go. Okay, so I'll switch back to this view. And a neat thing that I wanted to try with Kirby is the subpage feature. So for our services, we're going to go about this a little bit different, like we did before with like the structure field. Instead of using that, I'm going to actually use subpages that, in my mind, act as like sub posts or custom post types in WordPress, if you're familiar with that. To do that, we do need a few new files to create these templates so it recognizes it. One in particular is the blueprint file for a service. We have a services one, which is for the services page, but below that we need an actual service one to have the fields. So we'll do a YAML file, and I'll probably copy a lot of this stuff through just to make sure we get it working, but I'm going to call this service for sure. Files we'll keep true, we won't want pages, and we'll start there. One thing on the services page, right now pages is false, so we actually want that to be true. You can just set it to true, or you can just delete it, and Kirby by default has that. So you should see it show up here. Yeah, there we go. So our design at this point has these three sub pages, is what I'll call them for now. I'm gonna just grab the content from this one just to start. Go back and let's create a new one, brand strategy, and you'll see these list of templates here. And I had done this off screen before, but there's one called service, which we're going to make use of, and that is defined in the templates directory. So go ahead and create a file just called service. Actually, I'm wrong there. Service is defined by these templates in the YAML blueprint, so go ahead and add that since we saved it. So I'm going to do brand strategy there and define it as service. Add. So now you'll see the slug here goes services brand strategy. On a typical site, you would want, you could do sub pages and actually have the user redirect to that. What we want to actually do is display all that stuff within the services page itself, so kind of avoid that. I probably, since that URL exists, I probably will just have a generic content of that service in it, but I might do that off camera just because it's just for SEO kind of purposes. It's nothing I really want to design around, but we'll see how it goes. So we've got this, we got our title and just an intro right now. We'll probably change that field. So if you navigate, I'm going to save it for now. If you navigate back, you'll see that page in the pages column over here. If you want to edit that page, just click through. One key thing to remember is currently it's invisible. A big gotcha for me. I was trying to query and get this thing to display just before this video, and this little toggle has to be active. So make sure that is active when you do go about this route. So we'll have to do that for each. I believe there's one you can set if there's a field visible, possibly. Maybe I could just do true, and it'll do that by default. Maybe it's status. Oh, wrong one. We'll see if that works on the next time we generate a page. Okay, but for the sake of brevity, I'm going to go ahead and see if we can output this code to our theme. So to do that, we need to have the template ready to go. And for now, I'm going to just grab the services file template and do a for each loop. Should have some snippets for that. And to get this to work, I had to do some digging, and you basically need to query the current page for its children, and if they are visible, which we want them to be, you can grab that as a variable and then use that variable for each one to output content. So for starters, let's just go ahead and do that to get something on the page. So we'll do page children visible, and then as we'll call it service in this case, just so it's clear. Okay, so to do that, then we can just echo that service HTML. I'm assuming that works. I wonder why it's wrapped here. I don't know. Title. Maybe we'll go that route, just so it's. All right, let's test this. Let's see if it works. There it is. Awesome. So that was the hard part. So the rest of the time we can just spend getting our grid going for those columns. So let's do a row here using our grid. And for each one, I'll do a class. Service content. You know what? I'll do that as a containing element because we still need to do our column. So column mean we want 3 across, so that means 4. Oops, I wrote that wrong. Service title goes here, and then we'll do a class service text or services. We'll do that. So then we can query the same way. We just do, I'm going to go this route. So service. Actually, we don't have that field yet. So let's go ahead and add that field to our blueprint. I want to add, what did I call it? Service list. just make it a basic text area. There we go. So according to our design, we just have these. I want to see how this outputs. We might have to tweak how it it's handled in the editor. So let's just do service list curvy text. Okay, so it outputs the way we basically want it, just by the basic paragraph tags and breaks it puts in. Looks like it auto formats. Those break tags are kind of annoying, but I think I can handle that. It should work for what we need. So essentially that's going to be it. Let's go ahead and add the other panel parts to each subpage. So we have brand strategy. I know one's content marketing, campaign development. Let's add that one. Make sure you use the template. And honestly, if you want to keep the user from not using other templates, you can set that here. I'm gonna add this real quick. Save. So let's add one more. Content marketing. Well, that didn't work. Huh, that's interesting. I'll come back to that, I think. Okay, so let's grab the service list for that. Paste. Okay, we should be all set in terms of getting the data on the page then, I think. Oh, here's what I meant, the gotcha. It does it automatically, I think. There we go. We do need an intro field, I just noticed, so let's do that. The intro subheading. Let's do subheading, label, service, subheading, and type will be text area for that one. And then we'll go ahead and output that just below the h1 tag as a div class subheading. But we do need to add that content. Oh, that needs to be on, my bad, this needs to be on the services. So let's go here. It has intro, I could have just used that, but fact, I'll just do subheading. There we go. I lost my... Save that. Cool. So while we're at it, let's get all the data on the page, and then we'll go ahead and style it after that. So we have the form fields here, and I think that's going to feed from elsewhere. So I don't know that we need fields for those. Maybe I will make them just for grins, so Alyssa can update these labels if she wants. I guess I'll do that. So let's do a form label. Let's do form. We'll say opt-in form. And type will be headline for this. We'll get that on the back end. Where am I at? Service. This needs to be on. I'm going to close that so I can quit doing that. This needs to be on this theme. There we go. Okay, and in the form, section title, is that it's supposed to be like, I think it's that opt-in title. And we'll just do that. Type as text for now. Section copy or content. Okay, and then we could do labels. I believe you can do icons. I just can't remember how it actually appears. That might be a little off-camera thing I do to enhance the experience a bit. So there's like icon on the form, so it's easier to understand. Email. Phone. I guess I could do email placeholder. This is like all kinds of control for her, so I'm going above and beyond. Text. Oop, type. Just text. Messed it up. Let's see. And then we have, what was the other one? Date. Best time. We'll just say date. Label. Date label. Type is text. Date. Placeholder. label, date, placeholder, label, type is text. That's going to be a ton of fields, so we'll see. One thing we definitely need is just a label for each, like required, true, not necessarily a placeholder, but the actual field. So let's grab that, add it there, there, there. Okay. And I'm going to add the data. Free is going to be bold. Okay, name. We're just going to have name. Email, email. That just as a placeholder for now. We still need the button stuff too, so let's do that. Button text. Label is button text. Type is text. Go figure. Button text, or the button link. Label is button link, and then the type here will be page. Or no, actually it will be text. You know what? I think the link will probably submit to third party, so we don't even need that. So in our template, I'm going to go ahead and put this row as a snippet and call it service list, which is service blocks. And then I could just do PHP snippet. Shouldn't see a change. Okay, cool. I could clean this up as well. I'll just do that. I'll make a services directory. I'll add service blocks to that. Or wait. Yeah. Why did I call it service? Yeah, okay. I'm confusing myself. I need to move that to that folder. And then we'll just have that folder services / that. I will add this to that too. So in here I'll have service. I'll just put header or intro. let's go ahead and add one more. That will be the form snippet. Okay. So in here we'll have a section, a whole new section. Services, service form class. We'll have a container around it because we've been giving everything a block. We haven't used that class for anything yet, so I might go back and remove those, but we'll see. And for now, I'm going to output just generic stuff. So we have to refer to our YAML file. Probably could have chose a better name than this, but it's all right. Go. And I do need to still add, I realize I need to still add that image field. I'll probably just go ahead and do that. So let's grab, we'll make it first. So we'll do section image, label image, opt-in image, type will be image. And that should show up here. Cool. So to add a file, we can do that this way. I need to go clients, endless, website, sliced. Do that one. That one, and save. Okay. And then let's of course output that. We'll probably need to make this all fancy, so that's on the left and the rest is on the right. I'll get to that. Right now I'm just getting data on the screen, so what do we call it? Service. Make sure this works. Nope. So we're not getting the full URL. I think I have to, I'm going to refer to another template where I have to query for the image itself first, right here. Suppose I could just do this. That's not very dynamic though, that's kind of concerning. So if the file name changes, then that will be out the window. Let's see if HTML does it. Nope, same thing. now it's not even a URL, so we need to get, how's this gonna work? This should be super simple. I don't get why it's, I don't want to loop through every file. Again. Page image. I guess that makes sense. So if we just do page image, it just seems like, what if I open on or upload another image? I don't know. I mean, there isn't. No, that doesn't work either. Source unknown. Double check my work here. Section image, and it should be, maybe I'll do image URL. That might be a little overkill. Yeah. See, it's returning, but it's not throwing it from the content panel. So that's weird. Yet it's in there. I guess I'll revisit that, guys. So hang on to your hats or whatever for now. That sucks. I don't know why that's such a pain. I'll just do that. All right, so let me get the other data on the page and then we'll come back. So we have the content data. I'm gonna give this a class. And below this, I'm just going to do form for now. Input type equals name or text. Input, I'll probably do blocks in here. It's like group. Kind of go after the bootstrap trend. We'll do control, and then we'll repeat this. Need a label. Name label. Can't spell. Again, there we go. And then we'll do HTML. So this will just repeat as I go. Let's double check it's working. Email placeholder. There we go. And we'll do one more for phone. Actually, that should be tell, but I'll get that in phone. Okay, cool. And one more for date. This may vary based on the form, third-party form thing I'll use, but we'll see. Date. I bet date is a reserved word, so we better do date field. Yeah, it definitely is. That was dumb. Where's my... Oh, it's probably empty because I changed that. There we go. And finally, got the placeholder. I don't think you can really do a placeholder on a date field, but we'll see. We need our button now, so form group. Do another form group. Input equals submit. ID equals submit form. Do it something kind of unique just in case. And we'll do that. Value will be what our field is, and that is button text. Cool. And then we can give this a class of button. BTN primary. We'll want to tweak it for sure. Yep. And maybe I'll just call it like submit BTN for now. Okay. So let me do some research on this image thing. I will wrap up here and get back to you in the next video. I'll see you guys.